Hello all, and welcome back to the stream. I'm going to try and turn my volume down. No, don't turn on the camera. I'm not sure how to do it. Anyways, so we are well and truly back here in Division 2. There's a bit of a lobby glitch, and obviously when the lobby glitches, your game crashes, obviously. Just, you know, the usual. So we're going to just wait up now for, you know, what's it called? Passe to set the lobby back up. I have sent him the top 20, whatnot. So we're Gucci. So yeah, we're going to do a little did you know about Spain, I think, whilst we wait for everyone to ready back up, because why not? Kimi Raikkonen was actually one DNF away from equaling Barrichello's record of 7 non-finishes at the Catalunya, so obviously them two don't like the track. We've got Pastor Maldonado, who's only ever win in F1 happened here in 2012. We got the Mercedes crash in what year was it? 2016? 2015? 2016, because Verstappen won his first ever F1 race there. Did you know Schumacher's first win Ferrari also came at the Spanish Grand Prix? So obviously Mikel liked the track a lot, as before, until Hamilton overtook the record. He did have the most wins at the track. I think 7 wins. One of them had 7 wins, the other had 6, obviously. So yeah, we're now going to go on to talk about how the Super Bowl's tonight. If you're watching that, who's going to win? I don't know even who's racing. No, not racing. Playing Bagels, I think. Not sure. I'm going to say on stream just to... Actually, no, I won't say on stream. So yeah, we're going to just chill here. I doubt it'll be long. I really hope so, because I'm going to have another... I need to have my tea still before a race, which, you know... is a quite important factor when racing. You obviously want to race on quite a big belly, because, you know, if you race whilst you're hungry, you're not going to drive any faster, you're going to crash. So yeah. So yeah. What else do we want to know? What else shall we discuss? Liveries. So we've had the McLaren, which is quite alright actually, I've got to be honest. Many people seem to dislike it, I'm not sure why. We got Red Bull. Don't even need to mention that. Haas, which is actually the same as last year as well, unfortunately. We have Aston Martin, which looks sexy. What else? Have we had any others? We've had them for. Got AlphaTauri tomorrow, as well as Mercedes next week. Yeah. Alpine as well, now being announced, is going to have some pink on the car, which is, I think we all love to see, really, as long as it doesn't ruin the blue. Let me get the dates up. Livery reveal. And yeah, I'm just going to waffle really, because I've got nothing else to do as of week. Oh, hang on. I actually think we're readying back up. Here we go. Absolutely buzzing. So if you have come to join the stream again, thank you very much for putting up with this. I'm guessing most of them are going to be Jeff's actually watching the stream. Hello Jeffs, if you're watching, how are you doing? What else? So yeah, we're back underway, thank the Lord. So yeah, what do we do now? We get a sunny race where we drive very, very fast. So I can have my dinner. And obviously to win the race as well. Obviously a bit more important. Did you know Leicester and West Ham drew 2-2 today, and Jared Bowen, who is in my FPL team, got a goal and an assist. Very, very nice. We don't talk about Aston Villa. We ignore them. Liverpool, something's gone on with Salah, which, if you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't, maybe don't search it up. But yeah, as we now sit in silence once again, waiting for the lights to go, and yeah. Hopefully I do have engine sounds. It'll be typical if I didn't have engine sounds actually. But yeah, we're back to looking at staying at RJ's garage. Now the real question is, what is on those screens in the Mercedes garage? Could be anything. Could be anything. So yeah, everyone's now getting their setup, I'm guessing. Getting their tyre strap. Obviously, top 10 have to go softs, and 11 to 20 have to go mediums. I'm pretty sure you get disqualified if you don't do that by ISRL after the race. ISRL steward. So yeah, we've got 14 seconds until we're finally back underway. Kind of waiting for the game to start. Oh, here we are. Got the cars. And we got engine noises, even better. What do we do? Let's make sure everyone started on there. They did. So obviously the top 10 now will have fresh tyres, which is actually quite a big advantage around here. So we shall see how that plays off, as everyone is in the same positions, thankfully. Good job, Passe. And let's hope these lot drive fastly around this formation up so we don't wait long. As I'm losing my voice already, and it's only 6:45 PM. Great. Yes, we are looking. There's really nothing to talk about in this formation lap. Oh yeah, I've seen the AlphaTauri leaked car, just apparently. It looks very nice, so kind of look forward to seeing it if it's right or not tomorrow. Probably won't be, but hey ho. We obviously got Lorenzo, who did win last week, so he'll be wanting to make sure he gets back up onto at least the podium places and try and keeps that all-important championship lead, which I will definitely not be fighting for this season in Division 1. So yeah, once again we're finally finishing the formation lap. Nazareth is in the lobby this time, which I'm sure Potato's fuming about, probably. And we are good to go, I hope. Otherwise, if it crashes again, God knows what we're going to do. I'm just going to be very, very tired if it does crash again. I won't lie. So yeah, we are finally getting every driver back on the grid now. We should be seconds away from lights out, and we can finally get back underway here in Span, also known as Spinella, which I'm sure we'll see quite a few of in the 33 laps in front of us, as the red lights now, 5 red lights are showing, and away we go for the Spanish Grand Prix. I can't see, as we're going to see that Irish Potato and Nazareth got quite an even start. If anything, Nazareth's got a slightly better start. Will he be squeezed into turn 1? He gets around just fine. There seems to be no actual chaos behind, which is what you love to see, really, going as lap 1. Everyone's being cautious, obviously, getting back used to the game slightly, as there's a few running right back there. Now let's have a look at position changes. Has anyone made up a lot of positions? Leo in the Haas has done very well so far. Farrell Fury and Demorts picking up places. Lorenzo had not the greatest start by the looks of it, as there's a car off in the background. Is that Sir Otto? Yes, it is, and he is still in the race. So I hope he carries on. May have a bit of a pouring time for now, but if safety car happens, you're right back in it. As Leo is absolutely flying through this field at the minute. He's into P10. Currently side by side with Jarno as well. Will he try and get him down the straight on 100% ERS? Obviously, lap 1 it should be, really. Those mediums are going to be absolutely rapid. He's going to be the one to watch flying through this field. Is there any other overtakes that are going to happen? Lorenzo's looking close to the back of Farrell Fury, but thinks better of it going into turn 1. And Captain Blade and Stubbe are going side by side. I'm not sure who actually overtook who there, but the problem for them now is they've lost DRS to Passe in front, who's keeping up quite nicely with his medium competitor Leo in the Haas. So yeah, now the race will start to settle down a bit as we wait for the DRS to show, as you do, and then it becomes a train simulator game, which is actually quite decent if you've ever played it. A bit like Farm Simulating, whatnot. Quite decent games, them lot, but you may as well start watching that on Twitch or something, I guess, because for now the front two have escaped Will, which is big for their races, in the hopes of staying ahead of the people behind them. As I have realised, Godly Noob has got back past Leo. However, it's created a 1 second gap, and now Passe side by side through the last corner. Down the straight, it's going to become a drag race between the Mercedes and the Haas, and I'm sure Captain Blade's going to want to get among this as well going into turn 1. Can they do anything though? As Leo may lose 2 positions here. He does well to keep it around the outside, but he loses to Passe, and what seemed to be such a good start for the Haas driver has ended up looking a lot worse for wear. As now Passe's got to absolutely burn through his DRS to keep up with Godly Noob, who's got to burn through his DRS to keep up with Jarno and RJ. As I've got to say, Lorenzo is on all over the back of that Alpine car at the minute. He's going to be wanting to get that move done as soon as possible. What do you think about it here, actually? Will he have a good enough run? It doesn't seem like it, as he does stick behind for now. However, important for Irish Potato, he's nearly got that 1 second gap out to Nazareth behind him, so if he can burn a bit more of that ERS and get away, he may be on for a very, very good result here. Irish Potato, I don't want to speak too soon, obviously, but saying that now, I have cursed him, so sorry about that, lad. And he is out of DRS, actually, in fact. Now that is huge for Irish Potato's race. As the Rouge looks down the inside of Will, thinks better of it. Farrell Fury and Lorenzo down side by side into turn 1. Lorenzo on the inside line for turn 3 now. Long right-hander. He's going to try and squeeze Farrell Fury out. Farrell's still there, however. Now Farrell has a better run going into the end of sector 1. Can he hold it round the outside, or will he think better of it? Lorenzo is up and back into that P6 position. Great move there from the Ferrari driver, and great racing between the pair of them. In fact. So yeah. As this race unveils, more and more people are losing DRS from each other, which is actually what you love to see, as Farrell picks up a penalty early on, which is not what you want at all. As the front 3 are quite spread out at the minute, Derucci and Mortar are going to be wanting to make an impact quickly on this race. As Nazareth picks up a penalty as well. Penalties flying in across the board. Not really flying in too, but quite early on, lap 4 indeed. It's quite early too. Quite early to be getting penalties, and that's saying something if I'm saying it. As now Deruge with DRS, should be a simple move indeed. It is for the Alfa Romeo driver, and we'll be wanting to push on to the back of Nazareth now to have a hope of getting after the race lead. As we go through the field, Farrell Fury's already lost DRS to Lorenzo, which just shows the pace these drivers were going at currently. As Captain Blaze is currently making the move around on the inside of Leo. He's got the outside now. Leo gets the inside for this corner. Who's got the better traction? I'm not too sure, if I'm honest. Leo does seem to have the better traction going into where you not really want to be doing an overtake, and Leo does keep that position. Good to drive in from both sides once again. As we go ahead into the end of lap 5 here, I'm sure there's going to be a few drivers wanting to make moves this lap. Look at the likes of RJ, possibly even Demort, if he could get a good enough run. He's got a full ERS battery still at the minute. Can they do anything going onto this straight, or is it just going to stay the same? Lovely voice crack there. Bing bong. And yeah, absolutely nothing happened that lap. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So now the strategy starts to come into play a bit. What time do you pit on these softs? When do you sail off on the mediums? It's soft medium actually, I'll remember now. I remember a bit of a debate going on about which is quicker, but it's definitely soft medium. So yeah, that actually, me talking all the waffle during qualifying, it turned out to be utterly useless. That's as usual. Well, usually. So yeah, lap 6 everyone's quite stable at the minute. They're just chilling really behind each other, not really wanting to make overtakes, as you do in F1. So you can have a sit back and relax right now if you're watching, because I highly doubt anything's going to happen onto this straight. I hope I'm proven wrong, but we shall see. That's sorry for the yawning, it's been a long day. So the real question is, when can Passe and Leo, well not Passe and Leo, when can Passe catch up to this front 10? As those mediums should start to feel quite a bit better than those softs by now, I feel like. Passe is kind of running his own race at the minute. Is anyone looking for a move? We're gonna right on board with the closest battle. We've got Farrell Fury holding up a bit of a train, it looks like, with RJ and Giano in behind. As Deruge is actually caught onto the back of Nazareth as RJ picks up a penalty. And someone's binned it at the back. Dub, will that be a safety car? No. It shall not. So now Deruge will be looking to make that move on Nazareth, so I'm sure of it in the coming laps or so. He hasn't really lost touch of touch of Irish Potato. Ever since he's lost DRS, he's actually regained a bit of pace as the Alpine driver. No, not AlphaTauri driver, sorry. However, Derouge is looking very dangerous at the minute, as he's right on the back going into the end of the main straight here. As Passe, speaking of the devil, has now caught onto the back of this train. I think this is a train for second, actually. It is indeed. Now, can Passe do anything is the problem. He has now. It's all well good being part of this train, but if you're not able to make the moves, it's a bit pointless, in fact. So yeah, we shall see as we head once again onto this mini back straight where everyone just gets a little dose of DRS to keep everyone in the train. Gotta keep everyone in the train. No one looking for moves whatsoever. As you start. And yeah, we are just chilling. I think I'm falling asleep, to be honest. Not because of the race, because of just general. If I don't turn up for my Division 1 race, I'll be asleep. But as the first drivers are in, actually, Irish Potato and Derouge both in on those soft tyres. Let's see what tyres they do go on to. Both the mediums as well. Wow, okay. Oh, Foul Fury's gone onto the hards, never mind. I'm gonna guess your Jeff hasn't informed you of the right decision there, mate. As you may lose some time, or actually no, quite a bit of time as it stands. So now the first drivers have made their stops. I'm pretty sure it's inevitable that we're going to see the likes of Lorenzo, Demorts, well actually not Demorts actually, Will and Nazareth all into the stops this lap. Would surprise me if any of them continue on, as there is a Haas round actually. It is Leo on those mediums. He was very unfortunate for him as he was looking very strong at the start of the race. However, it just gives more of a gap to Passe in that lead medium runner. He's got a 3-second gap to Captain Blade. He's in the front DRS train. This race is going to take a while for it to work for him, but it should start paying off, as Lorenzo is now in as well. The front three actually deciding to stay out, surprisingly. Surely these drivers will be coming in this lap. As let's now see where Irish Potato comes out in comparison to Lorenzo, who has gone on the hard tyres as well. Clearly not watching the stream and my expert decisions, but Derouge is well clear of Lorenzo. It shows, I'm pretty sure, it's almost a certainty that I'm going to see Derouge in P2 once these pit stops end. Maybe Nazareth knows this and he's just going for longer and getting better tyre life. Who knows? As once again it becomes a bit of a waiting game here. We're just going to wait and see if anyone pits, as no overtakes are actually happening as this stands. So yeah, we head into lap 10. We'll ride on board with the front runners. Nazareth, will he come in? He does. Will stays out. Obviously Morse will stay out as well. RJ into the pits. And so is Yarno, which releases Passe. So Passe is finally clear of those soft runners now. He's got a 3-second gap to the front, so he won't worry about catching them lot, I don't think. He's got a nice little gap to Irish Potato behind, and now it's time to push. It's going to be like TT now for him. He's just going to have to set constant laps and just hope for the best. Maybe hope for a safety car, who knows. As Godly Noob sets the fastest lap of the race. Obviously, he might have been one of those drivers that spun out early on, maybe. But does have good pace in that Red Bull, so if there is a safety car, I'm sure we'll see him fighting his way through the field, or trying to anyway at least. As we ride on board with the front two, I'm sure you surely are going to be pitting this lap for mediums. As Nazareth has came out behind the Rouge, only by a second in fact, but on those hard tyres, once again a strange decision. RJ now is surely going to be looking at that. He's jumped Farrell Fury in the pit stops. He's going to be looking very excited with those medium tyres, especially at this stage of the race where they're going to be so much quicker than those hard tyres, in fact. As Will stays out once again, obviously preferring to choose tyre life over current position in the race. As MLT Lacheese gets past, and there is a spinner at the middle part of the lap. It is Sir Otto. What a bad day in the office he's having at the minute, unfortunately for the Williams driver. It is. Because now we are really seeing the effects of those soft tyres in comparison to even used mediums. Passo's gained over a second these last 2 laps on him, and the cap keeps tumbling down. Will's going to be put in a very, very bad position here, I feel like. As Lorenzo has got past De Morte there. I'm not sure for how long with obviously De Morte now on those medium tyres. He should be able to get right back past the Ferrari driver. As there's a spinner. It is Sofian on the medium tyres. The Rouge and Potato get through, but it's going to cause chaos for the guys behind, I feel. As Will stays out once again. Is he hoping for a safety car maybe? Who knows? As we do head on to lap 13. Lorenzo is trying for his life to defend that De Morte on the mediums, but it just isn't enough unfortunately for him. As RJ will now be looking to also get past Lorenzo as quick as he can, as Leo picks up a time penalty. The problem for these medium runners, it will be that towards the end of the race these hards will come back to lock against them, so, and the soft runners as well. They need to make the gains on these drivers now and as fast as possible, really. Which I'm sure is what each De Morte is trying to do. Is he's right already back on the back of his teammate, who may let him through actually, if being on slightly different strategies. It would make sense to let him through at this stage and just try and follow him along maybe, I don't know. As Will is finally into the pits on those soft tyres. It'll be interesting to see where he comes out in comparison to everyone else. He may actually get stuck in this train with Jarno and Farrell Fury. As we shall see. Lorenzo has once again lost DRS, as this should make the move a hell of a lot simpler for RJ. As Will, yeah, it was in P3, he's now behind Jarno in P14. So obviously getting out the advantage of these fresh mediums that should comfortably make it to the end now. However, he's going to need to absolutely work his way. He's going to need to work his way through the field very quickly indeed. As we will stay on board with this little battle here, see if anything arises. Obviously RJ's now the next driver to follow through on those mediums. I think he is a net P4 as it stands. Maybe, who knows. As to be fair to Nazareth, until I said that, I was going to say he's doing well to keep up with his teammate, but De Morte now looking right on the back of Sofian, who obviously had to spin a few laps ago. Those mediums probably won't be feeling great now, at all, in fact. As I think he has sneaked DRS, he has indeed. As RJ is now behind. Oh. I think RJ may have made a mistake there. as he's now back behind Lorenzo and Jarno, which is not what you want, really. As Fabio Fiori is round as well on those hard tyres, so traction seeming to be quite an issue at the minute for these drivers, as more and more spins coming into this race are occurring. So the chance with everyone's obviously going to be seeing how much the spins occur. Will the front 5, maybe 4, be banking on a safety car at this point? As Passe's kind of in a world of his own at the minute. I think he's the only driver realistically that may be able to challenge the likes of Irish Potato, De Rouge, maybe De Mort as well. However, we can't really judge anything at all because, as you know, races can change very quickly around here. As we saw in real life actually with Mercedes doing the 2-stop, which worked brilliantly in fairness to them. As De Bort's now getting a simple move done on the Williams in front of him, chasing after De Rouge and Irish Potato. What a name, still. Best name on the grid, I think. As RJ once again is looking to get past that Ferrari driver Lorenzo. He's got a good run going into this corner. Can he get past now? Maybe huge for his race if he does indeed. Lorenzo squeezes him. Bit of side pod contact for each other there, maybe. However, RJ just get the move done. Just about. Will that allow Will through with him? That's the question. It does not for now. As you see, is right on the back of Knight, who's got a very rapid Irish Potato following him as well, actually, as it stands. So this is going to cause a bit of chaos, I think. It's going to allow De Rouge and De Mort to catch right back up to Potato. As Knight is actually in already for the stop, I'm guessing it's going to go softs maybe? I don't know. He goes on to the hards actually. Interesting call. Which that in fact with Knight pitting helps Irish Potato out a lot, as he's going to get a much clearer run at the real DC. Now, as once again we're in sort of this stage where we're waiting for the front drivers to pit and just help confirm where everyone actually is on track, but yeah, we are chilling. As Captain Blade once again right on the back. These two have been having a lovely scrap the entire race, it does seem like. Actually both Asses have been having a lovely scrap with him. As now Irish Potato is going to be desperately wanting to get that move done on the Aston Martin driver. It's now De Rouge is right behind him with DRS as well. So it's a now or never move for the McLaren driver. Can he get it done on this straight? He should be able to with ease, really. Pulls alongside, gets the move done early on. Is De Rouge able to follow him through? That's the question. No, he is not. De Mort will be wanting to desperately try and catch up to this train now as well. As these hard tyres will slowly come back into effect as this race develops, especially with the likes of the front runners being on such older tyres compared to the rest of the field. As that is check the gap currently between, so it's 13 seconds to the leader as it stands. Passo doing a fine job out front of the minute, must be said, on those medium tyres. As there is a yellow flag, I'm going to guess it's Sir Otto. No, it's not Stoop. So yeah, as each lap develops, it seems to be more of a case of if there's a safety car compared to whether how this race is going to end up, as no one seems to be able to overtake even in trains. As Real DC has done a stunning job to keep in DRS of that lap, and what it has meant is the Rouge behind him now can't get past for another lap. Which once again, obviously Irish Potato so far has done absolutely nothing wrong in this race. He's led pretty much, he led the entirety of the first stint. He's done very well to hold the lead since the pit stops as well, as he's now got that 1 second buffer, I think, just about to the cars behind. Which is also demorphed now. He's also in this little train here. As we should expect to see the front runners now thinking of that pit stop onto soft tyres. As those, I'm sure these mediums are feeling very, very meh indeed right now. As we're going to ride on board with Derouge here, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very simple overtake, in fact. As DC does have in DRS actually. Will he try and defend the move, or Derouge has just got that much of a run anyway? I don't think it's going to make a difference. However, what this does mean now is that Irish Potato has still got someone in his DRS, which is bad news for him. So far he's really been he's been leading without a challenge really. He's always been out of DRS, so it's time to see how well Irish Potato can defend for the remaining 14 laps of this race. As the Mort now on 3-4 lap fresher tyres, he's going to be itching to get past this Aston Martin as soon as possible realistically. Won't be able to do anything for now, but as he goes onto the back straight, he's going to be wanting to make a move surely. As once again we are doing the wait and see game here, as it really is the only battle going on the track at the minute. As DC's actually into the pit, so he will have DRS this lap. So he's going to have to do everything, as Irish Potato is on very low ERS. Wow. And Real DC will be the first driver onto those soft tyres as well. What is the gap to the leaders? It's still around 13 seconds. Passe is doing an excellent job right now on those medium tyres that clearly don't seem to be wearing at all. I'm going to say this now, he's going to spin or something, but those soft, he's done a brilliant job. He's got a 9-second gap to the nearest runner, so he can afford to go a lap or two later than maybe than even if he wants to. You can get onto those softs and absolutely cruise through the field, I think. With no penalties as well, driven very well so far. A much better performance showing here than he did in Austria, unfortunately for himself. He does carry on another lap, which, fair enough, he's got the pace to at the minute. As once again, Irish Potato gets out of DRS of the guys behind him. Alright, never mind, it doesn't. Just about, the route just about stays in. Irish Potato does seem to be a lot quicker over the course of the lap though, however, which is bad news for Derouge, because he can't do anything at the minute. He's got just about hanging on to DRS. He's got to hope for some sort of miracle, which may arrive actually, as there is a yellow flag. It has been cleared up, so I'm guessing everything's fine. As now we wait and see. Where will Passe come out in comparison to Irish Potato? As there's a car off in the background, this may be the opportunity he gets to pit. He's got to pit now, surely. That's got to be at least a safety car. It's not a safety car. As Stubb is out on those hard... That's baffling. How is that not a safety car, or at least a VSC? Pass ends, MLT are in anyway. That would have been a perfect time for a safety car. However, that is not the case, as maybe there's no safety car turned on. If so, Passe, where will he come out? Is he going to come out ahead of his teammate? He will indeed, actually. Now that is huge for Passe. He's got 5 seconds realistically to catch in 10 laps to have a chance of winning this race. He's got a lot of ERS saved up. He's got fresh soft tyres. The chase is well and truly on here as we enter the final few laps of this race, which has been very calm so far. There's still a bit of chaos, I feel, waiting to happen. As Passe straight onto the back of Nazareth on those hard tyres. I think it's going to be a matter of time before he gets past here at the minute. Purple sector 2, as MLT Lacheese picks up a penalty. Not what you wanted, going straight onto those soft tyres. It's very important for Passe to get the move done now. Nazareth will have DRS. I don't think it's going to make a difference. He's going to have to try and slipstream it down the straight. Can he get past? We shall see. Nazareth is using his ERS to get past. Try and defend even, and there's a VSC. Wow. Well, that kind of puts an end on things. And now it's a full safety car. Wow. Now it is interesting. I told you there's drama. There's always some drama in these races. I called it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find something to talk about. But yeah, so what do the front 3 drivers do? They've obviously got front 2 drivers. Sorry, they've obviously got 14 lap old mediums, which aren't going to be great now, especially with the likes of everyone behind them has fresher tyres. And obviously, they have the luxury of whether and seeing who pits and who doesn't. The front 2 don't have that. They've got a basis solely off what each other does. Irish Potato is in. So is Derouge. Demort stays out. Yarno will enter the pit lane. Nazareth goes into the pits just about. Passe obviously stays out. RJ's teammate that goes in. Passe will take the next second of the lead, and obviously those tyres are only 1 lap old. You shouldn't have to worry about those tyres being any different wear. This may or may not have handed Passe and Demort a race. We've certainly got a race on our hands, that's for sure. As every single driver behind Demort has got soft tyres on. I would not want to be in Demort's shoes right now, that's for sure. That's a very, very scary sight. As we're going to see what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. Going to see, I'm sure I was in a very similar situation to Morse yesterday. He's got to park the bus to save his life, and then if it's anything like me, you'll spin out in a few laps after defending. So yeah, we shall see. I'm sure the safety car will be in very soon. I hope so anyway. Please. I'm begging you. We're going to see what happens now, as I'm really struggling with things to say. Sorry about this. I mean, it's quite... We're going to have a race between the front three on our hands, that's for sure, of Passe, Potato and Derouge. Potato obviously has led pretty much the net lead, or the actual lead, the entire race so far. So we've got Passe, who's driven brilliantly so far from P11 on the grid, I'm guessing, P12. Let's look at position changes. Oh, we'll have a quick look at penalties. Passe is up 10 places. The Cheese as well, up 11. So two drivers there who put in very solid performances. Demort as well, up 5. He'll be wanting his safety car to stay out another lap, I'm sure. And I think it will, as well as Otto and Sofiane. Both haven't caught this train yet. So the safety car will indeed stay out for another few laps. Here we go. Please hurry up, safety car. I've got dinner in the oven. Needs to hurry up. So we shall wait and see. I'm really sorry that I'm going to get some more Catalonia for Spanish facts up, because the Formula E, that was yesterday apparently, I missed that. Good to know. Has anyone got predictions for what's going to happen these final few laps? If you do, comment them, because I'll quickly check if there is any. Mark saying RJ is so shocked at RJ so low. Me too, actually. I did expect him to be higher up, but obviously this bit like a new manager, the XL effect's clearly wearing off right now at the minute. Or he's just had a very unlucky race. Who knows? His teammate is up there, so it's quite an even team, I've got to say, the Mercedes. Very close. RJ, a very consistent driver if you've known him from any other divisions. He's not the best qualifier, but he gets a very good race. He's got very good racecraft. So it's unusual to see him with a penalty as well, actually. Doesn't usually get them. He's following after me, really, with that. As Demort will be absolutely shaking right now, seeing that every driver on the grid, apart from Sofiane in P17, sorry. Apart from the Sofiane in last, by the way. Every driver on this grid is on the soft tyres. It's going to be a 7-lap sprint to the end, maybe 6. 6-lap sprint to the end, yes, 6-lap sprint. As now we wait to see when Demort will release the field. He's got to do this very strategically to get any sort of gap, just to prolong the inevitable. I think that some soft runners will get him. I think Passe could be in for a unfortunate situation here as well, as Demort has got away. He's got away poorly and he's led Passe. Passe is right on the back here now. So is Irish Potatoes. We do get back underway. Can Passe make the move into turn 1? Looks for the inside line. He's going to be later on the brakes. He's going to squeeze him wide, and he has got that move done. So he's into the lead of the race. Will Irish Potato be able to follow him through? It does seem that way. So now we've got a proper race on our hands now. As Derouge now looking down the inside as well. Can he make it? Can he get P3 for now, or is he going to have to wait a little while longer? He's going to try around the outside. Can he? I think everything has been brilliant, clean racing once again from those two drivers, and Derouge is also into P3. So now what is going to happen at the front. Irish Potato, obviously, fresher tyres, seem to have the better pace so far this race. Can he snatch back the win that Passé may have stole from him earlier? We shall see. Going into the final sector, Passé has managed to pull out a bit of a gap now. And we will come across the line to start lap 29. Will anyone be thinking of a move down this straight? Everyone's very close to each other, but I don't see anyone going for a move. No, everyone is keeping it very calm. Actually, Lorenzo and Will have swapped positions. Lorenzo into P9, obviously with drivers in front having that many penalties. Lorenzo and Will could be on for some good points here. Now. After that initial stock of a restart, DeMort is actually holding his own on those medium tyres. He's doing very well to keep within DRS of the drivers in front at all, actually, to be honest. Those medium tyres do seem to be working well now. And he's put himself in a good position, actually, I've got to say. He put him in pretty much the same position he was beforehand. However, obviously safety car bunching everyone up. Penalties are going to come into equation here as well. As now the gap at the front still around 6 tenths of a second as we go on to lap 30 now. We obviously have DRS enabled once again. DeMoore through the last sector actually has dropped out of Daruch's DRS, and Irish Potato picks up a penalty now. That should surely ease Passé's mind. As long as Passé can keep it clean these next few laps, he should be on for a good result. If not the win, I'll say good result, it should be the win. And now, I'm not sure if Lorenzo and Will know this, but what is the gap to the leader? We're currently just outside the penalty window, so these two drivers now need to start making moves and try and push their way back into this train, as everything once again is up for grabs, as Daruch does not seem to have the pace he did on those medium tyres, and he's struggling to keep up actually with Irish Potato. As once again we head through another lap now. Irish Potato will have DRS. I don't think he'll be close enough, as the cheese is actually out of the session. He's dropped it. Looks like almost like he's going into the pit lane. As Irish Potato is going to try round the outside of Passé. Will he be able to get a stick? If I was Passé, I'd let him through here, to be honest, but they are going to battle it out side by side going into the end of sector 1. Can he do anything now? He does take the lead of the race for now. So, as Jarno has also managed to get past DeMort as well. So that gap to Irish Potato is currently 4.2 seconds to Lorenzo. He needs to find 1.2 seconds this next lap or so, which is going to be a very unlikely task, I gotta be honest. We're going to keep a gap on the leader now, as Daruch can now sense a victory here. Passé on those much older tyres has got to make sure he does not lose focus here, and make sure he keeps the Alfa Romeo behind him. Well, behind him. As Jarno is currently flying on those soft tyres, RJ as well. That gap is closing between Lorenzo and Irish Potato. So Lorenzo here could be on for a podium if he keeps going at this speed. Obviously now Irish Potato is the one setting the pace, so he needs to push like an absolute madman. One, to try and get the 3 seconds to passe, and two, just to get the 3 seconds to keep on the podium at all. After look what should have been such a convincing race victory from him. Has he lost it all at the end? Yes, now we'll keep an eye on that tab as it comes down once again because of the DRS. Lorenzo half a second back now from a podium spot. He needs to hope this train doesn't fight going into this last lap, which I'm sure is going to happen, but it needs some drama to happen with Passe and Irish Potato. Irish Potato is already out of DRS. Passe will use all of his. Why not? It's the last lap. Can he get a move on the McLaren driver into turn one? Goes round the outside on the McLaren driver, side by side. He takes the inside line, very careful on the curve there. Now looking around the outside of this section. Can he get... He's got the bare line. Tries to look around the outside. It's actually allowed to Darude to force himself on... Try and force a move around the outside of Passe, in fact. Passe could not get a move done to save his life. However, I'm sure you've noticed as well, that gap that Lorenzo has is very, very close to that. As there's a car out, Safian's out of session. As Darude is going to go for the lead of the race, down the inside of Passe. Has he got the move done? Passe forces him onto the curb, which is all fair and square. As Jarno behind's now lost the position to Nazarus. What is going on here in the final few corners? Passe has... Irish Potato, sorry, has come through to win the race on track. However, on penalties, it will not be that way. It will pick up a podium still at the end as... Once penalties all figured out, Lorenzo is 5/10 back. Obviously, a very chaotic race, and I think I've probably missed a lot of action there on those last few laps. As Passe will get driver of the day, and I think rightly so. For now, I don't know if there's going to be steward inquiries and whatnot. Passe will be your race winner here in ISRL Division 2. We'll get them in the party as well as we quickly run through the grid. So Passe wins in the Mercedes from 12th on the grid. Very impressive performance on the Ultra Strat, which Darude follow through second place. Irish Potato Mayfield a bit hard done by there in P3 with a penalty. Lorenzo 4th, Will 5th, Maud 6th, RJ 7th, DC in 8th, ISRL Knight in 9th. Not the greatest performance from him this weekend. Actually, never mind, from 18th, that's quite a good result. Nazareth in 10th, after starting second, he's going to be disappointed with that. Jarno in 11th, Farrow Fury in 12th. We round off the points. Otto, Godly Noob, Captain Blade, Sofian, Lachise, Leo and Stubb will round off the rest of the drivers today. So we'll get Passe, Darude and Irish Potato into this party. Bear with me 1 second. Irish Potato, Darude and Passe. So we'll add them all to the party. Hopefully they can all join. If not, we will go straight into eating dinner before my race, which I don't think I'm going to have time to do now either. Lovely. So we will wait a few minutes to see if everyone joins in, and if they don't, they don't. It is what it is. So yeah, a very, very entertaining race at the end there. The safety car pulling all sorts of chaos once again. As we do have our race winner join the chat. Ariel Passe, how was that for you then? That race?
Hello.
Hiya.
That might be the most tense last lap of my life. Started out with me thinking I could have a ERS advantage to Irish Nude Potato and overtake him and get away from De Rouge. That was far from what happened. So he defended amazingly well. I was scared for my life on that first sector with the McLaren, but then I messed up a corner, and I saw the Rouge coming side by side behind me, and I was so focused, but so scared he was gonna overtake, and that was he was amazing in that lap. Like
I was going.
It was like I loved it. Had been a long time I hadn't wasn't that thrilled with the battle.
Yeah, I was going to say you had a pretty calm race up to then. Obviously on the medium to soft strategy, you got quite a gap to the rest of the medium runners. So when you pitted on the softs, do you think you had a chance of winning that race still, or?
No, because I knew I was going to come out in the pack with RJ and that train. So I was thinking I was just going to stay there. I could maybe get a podium, but I didn't think I could get the win. The safety car actually changed a lot because I only had one lap hold tires, and since all the front runners went to pit, it put me to like second place, and from there it was after the safety car restart, it was like the best racing I've ever witnessed.
I was going to say there are a lot of clean racing, which is obviously what we love to see, and obviously your first win in ISRL as well today, so I'm sure that's a major confidence booster going into next week.
Yeah, especially after last week, I'd lost a lot of confidence, and especially on this game. In other leagues, it's been a long time I haven't won a race, so this feels great. Yeah,
I know I feel in that one. So obviously next week I'm not sure what race it is actually. Let me check real quick. Calendar. Austrian. It is the Imola Grand Prix. So how confident are you there?
Not very confident. I love the track, but the track doesn't like me. So I don't know how it's gonna go.
Okay.
Now be consistent and try and score as many points possible.
That's the main thing. So congrats on your race win today, and I'm sure you should go celebrate it right now. So
thank you very much.
Moving on to De Rouge. So obviously P2 once again today. I'm pretty sure you was on the podium last week as well, if I remember correctly. Or
P2 as well.
That was must have been a very tense final lap for you as well. What was your thoughts on the whole battle?
I thought I had him going into like the second year restaurant, because normally you're not that close to someone on that corner, but just fully went for it, and then I could use all my ERS, and I just tried to squeeze him off a bit, but just still leave a little bit of space, and he still took the space and managed to overtake me, which is brilliant. And then I think I spun Yano a bit because I was still fighting with Vassay towards sector 3, but once you're ahead in sector 3, there's no way
you can't do much, can you? Yeah.
Nah. But it was tense. The safety car was pretty good though for the strategy, because me and Irish Nude Potato were on mediums, but they were we were just doing lap after lap, trying to do as fast as we can. But
I was going to say,
they were pretty worn out at one point.
I was going to say, I'm sure was it on the limit of puncture territory for you at least?
It was 38%, but it was lap 22 or something, so it's still 11 laps.
Would have been close, maybe.
I think so, maybe. But that was tense.
Either way, so obviously with that podium last week as well, I'm pretty sure you would be leading the championship going into Imola.
I think so, yeah. Two P2s.
Yeah, so I'll guess that's championship leaders. You're the only one back on the podium this week.
It's good stuff.
So, what are your thoughts on Imola? Going to try and get another P2 or?
It's a good track, but it's one of those tracks where you can easily put someone else off.
Yeah.
In sector 1. So it's pretty dangerous, but Spain's pretty dangerous as well. Every time I go through turn 11, I think the one on the right-hander.
Yeah.
Spain, just hold my breath.
There's quite a few corners like that for me now. So congrats on the P2. I'm sure I may see you here next week as well.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to Irish Potato now in P3. Obviously, you qualified on pole. You seem to have the race in the bag. What Was that penalty a proper penalty? That's the first question I got to ask. Is there a chance of removal? Okay. Yeah. Fair play. Fair play. Yeah, totally understand. Obviously, you had quite good pace throughout the first until the safety car. You were leading net lead as well. But was you still confident after the safety car to get back past everyone, or was you a bit nervous? Yeah. Yeah. You can't. Yeah. I was close to following your gap with Lorenzo at the end. I'm sure you'll see if you watch the stream back, but it was very close. I think around 5 tenths. I think at the end. That last. Yeah. I was going. Yeah. Thoughts on Imola next week? Obviously, maybe a bit of momentum boost going from this race, seeing your pace. That does seem to be a trend, actually. Either everyone loves it or hates it by the sounds of it, so maybe you're hoping for it. Yeah. Score points, move on to next week. Sounds like a good plan. And congrats on your first podium of the season. So yeah, we will end the stream there as I've got to eat food and actually race in about 15 minutes, so good luck to me. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I will be back next week. I don't know if I'll actually have someone to commentate with next week, who knows. But I hope you all did enjoy, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.